guys, I'm Colleen with Awaken Catholic, and this is Awaken the Saint. Today we celebrate the feast of Saint Joseph Vaz. The third of 6 children, Joseph was born in 1651 near Goa, India, which the Portuguese were attempting to make part of their empire. Being Portuguese, he studied in a Portuguese school and excelled rapidly in his studies. Seeing his son's intelligence, Joseph's father sent him to study further at the Jesuit College of St. Paul and at the St. Thomas Aquinas Academy of the Dominicans. In 1676, he was ordained a priest and began living out his vocation with passionate zeal. It's said that he walked around barefoot down the streets, wanting to live like the poor. In that same year, he opened a Latin school in Zancuale for prospective seminarians. A year after his ordination, he made a vow to become the slave of Mary. St. Joseph Vaz had a dream to become a missionary in Ceylon, but his bishop insisted that he serve in Canara. Joseph obeyed and served dutifully for 4 years. His heart still yearned to serve the people of Ceylon, though. A little backstory about Ceylon: it was mainly a Buddhist island. There had been a strong Catholic presence there for a time, but the Dutch Protestant Reformed Church swept in to take over control. There was even a law put in place that if anyone was harboring a priest or knew where a priest was, they could be sentenced to the death penalty. And so the Catholics either went without the sacrament for decades or converted to the Dutch Reformed Church. That is, until St. Joseph Vaz came to save the day. At last, St. Joseph was able to break away and go to Ceylon, disguised as a beggar. He went from door to door asking if anyone needed to receive the sacraments in secret. 2 years later, the Dutch authorities started to notice Joseph and began to suspect him, so he traveled further into the Kingdom of Kandy, which was outside of the Dutch authority. This would become the center for Father Joseph's mission. There, some of his support grew until the king discovered his presence there and accused him of being a Dutch spy. Unfortunately, this landed Joseph in prison. Luckily, the prisons in Kingdom of Kandy weren't all that terrible. He was allowed to do whatever he wanted so long as he didn't try to escape. Naturally, Father Joseph started a hut church, converting many fellow prisoners, and later an actual church was built there. While imprisoned, a serious drought occurred in the Kingdom of Kandy, and the king asked all of his Buddhist monks to pray for rain. Of course, no rain came. So, hearing of his holy priest, the king asked the priest to make it rain. Father Joseph built an altar in the middle of the city square. God sent the rain, but Father Joseph and the altar remained dry. The king granted Joseph permission to preach throughout the kingdom. Throughout his remaining years, Father Joseph traveled, preaching the gospel all over India and Sri Lanka. The legacy he left behind is staggering. He converted around 70,000 Catholics, helped build 15 churches and 400 chapels. He translated various prayers and a catechism into Sinhalese and Tamil, the local languages which he learned while imprisoned. What a tremendous gift to our church. St. Joseph Vaz, pray for us.